Welcome to our latest YouTube video about the National Football League, or NFL for short. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just a casual viewer, there's always something new to discover about this iconic American sports league. In this video, we're going to dive into some fascinating facts and trivia that you probably didn't know about the NFL. From the league's humble beginnings to its current status as a cultural phenomenon, we'll explore some surprising stories and lesser-known details about the NFL that will amaze and entertain you. So, grab a seat and get ready to learn some things you didn't know about the NFL. Main part. The Detroit Lions have had two separate stretches of 30 years without a playoff win. Back in 1957, the Detroit Lions clinched their third NFL championship in 10 years with the help of their star quarterback, Bobby Lane. However, the following year, Lane was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Before leaving, he famously predicted that the Lions would not win another championship for the next 50 years. As of today, it has been 65 years since Lane's alleged comment, and unfortunately for Lions fans, his prediction seems to have held true. In the following decades, the team only made it to the playoffs 3 times and never made it past the first round. In 1991, the team finally broke their playoff drought after 34 years, but since then, they have failed to win a single playoff game despite making it to the postseason 8 times. The team's most notable playoff runs occurred between 1993 and 1999, during which they made it to the playoffs 5 times, but were unable to secure a single victory. Since its creation, every NFC South team has both finished last in the division and appeared in at least one Super Bowl. The NFC South division is characterized by its volatility, as there have been no prolonged periods of dominance from any of its teams. This is in contrast to other divisions like the AFC West, which saw a run of 6 titles from the Kansas City Chiefs after 5 from the Denver Broncos. While the New Orleans Saints have recently won 4 straight titles from 2017 to 2020, the division remains highly competitive. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have made 2 Super Bowl appearances, winning both in 37 and 55 in 2002 and 2020, respectively. The Atlanta Falcons have only made 1 Super Bowl appearance, losing in LA in 2016. The Carolina Panthers have also made 2 Super Bowl appearances, but fell short in both 38 and 50 in 2015. The Saints, meanwhile, have won their only Super Bowl to date in 44 in 2009. The New York Jets have never beaten the Philadelphia Eagles. Although both the Jets and Eagles have a long-standing history, their first encounter did not occur until the AFL/NFL merger in 1973. Since then, the Jets and Eagles have faced each other a total of 12 times, with 2 of those matchups taking place in the 2019 and 2021 seasons. However, the Eagles have emerged victorious in all 12 games, including 5 wins on the road in New York, 5 victories with a lead of at least 2 scores, and 2 close wins by a margin of 1 point. The Jets will have their next chance to break this losing streak in 2023, but if they fail to secure a win, it will mark 50 years of consecutive meetings without a victory over the Eagles. Sammy Baugh once threw 4 touchdown passes as a QB, had an 81-yard punt, and caught 4 interceptions as a DB in the same game. Back in 1943, Sammy Baugh achieved an incredible feat that would be nearly impossible in today's football landscape. In that season, Baugh played for the Washington team and led the league in 3 categories: passing, interceptions, and punting average. This was during a time when players often played multiple positions, unlike the specialized roles seen in today's game. With the added roster depletions due to World War II, Baugh was able to play quarterback, defensive back, and punter in the same season. On November 14, 1943, Baugh had a particularly memorable game against the Detroit Lions. He led the way for his team, throwing 4 scoring passes and intercepting 4 passes on defense. He even managed to punt an impressive 81 yards. This stellar performance helped his team secure a 42-20 victory. While the days of the Iron Man two-way player are long gone, Baugh's accomplishment serves as a testament to his incredible skill and versatility on the field. The youngest Hall of Fame inductee was 34 when he was enshrined. Gale Sayers, also known as the Kansas Comet, played for just 7 seasons from 1965 to 1971 before injuries forced him to retire. Despite his relatively short career, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1977 at the age of just 34. This recognition from the voters in Canton was a testament to Sayers' unparalleled skill and talent on the field. When he was playing, there was no one more electrifying with the ball in their hands. During his career, Sayers led the league in rushing twice, in 1966 and 1969, and earned 4 Pro Bowl selections and 5 first-team All-Pro honors. His remarkable abilities on the field earned him praise from many, including George Halas, who had nothing but good things to say about him as a player. Despite his injuries cutting his career short, Sayers' legacy as one of the greatest football players of all time lives on. J.J. Watt Super Diet. The average man requires around 2,500 calories per day to maintain their energy levels. However, J.J. Watt is no average man. In fact, he consumes a massive 9,000 calories per day, which is difficult for most people to even comprehend. To consume such a staggering amount of calories, Watt reportedly eats almost constantly throughout the day, focusing on a diet high in fatty foods such as meats and avocados. While the specifics of his dietary regimen are not publicly known, it is clear that Watt's approach to fueling his body has worked exceptionally well for him. Whatever it takes for him to maintain his top form is nobody's business but his own.